Well, it's April 6th, and the Coastal Pilot is going back in the test tank for the second time. It was in a couple of weeks ago, and the flotation was checked. It was hauled back out, and the boot top was put on along with the drain through holes that are at or about the boot top. So now the boat is going back in the water, and at this stage it is completely full of fuel in water, along with gray water in black water, and most everything is on board the boat now. There are still some items, cushions and so forth, but all the doors and hardware, cabinetry, chain, everything is loaded aboard that is going to be aboard. And it's at this stage here, we were a little low at the bow. We ended up deciding to move some of our 8D batteries, actually 6 of them, from the locker between the forward guest cabin and the midship cabin, and move them back into the engine room. So this will allow us just to get everything fine-tuned and not have to add any ballast whatsoever to get the boat floating perfectly where we want it, fore and aft. So we're very, very pleased at this stage, and we're basically very close now to being able to sea trial the boat. The sea trial is actually set for the 18th of this month, just really 10 days out. So you can see the boat. It's a real pretty boat. The lens here kind of distorts it a little bit, but it's got a real nice profile. And you can see the curvature of the dock, which is actually straight, which is a result of the lens. But as you get a little farther forward, you can see how pretty the boat is, just the right height, and everything about it we like very much. This is entering, actually going from the upper aft deck up to the flybridge, and we have a sliding hatch which is there, and it's primarily there just to be able to close when you're utilizing that area on the upper aft deck. And you have rain or you have any kind of weather, you can close that up, and along with the isinglass enclosure, you can really control the environment in that area. But you can see here the flybridge, we've got some of the instruments just covered up with tape, and the lift plates are not installed, cushions are not there, but give you a pretty good idea of how open and spacious this area is. The dinghy will run athwartships there, and the mount for the bow will be just inboard of that sliding hatch, and the rails are designed to accommodate it. So here from the salon, walking out onto that upper aft deck, you can see the amount of space that's there. It's very, very easy to move around the boat. Windows are installed. The forward windows were still in the process of being installed, and they haven't been fritted, so they look a little bit different than the rest of the windows, but it'll have the dark fritting around it. And those are beautiful curved glass windows that Nordhavns are so well known for. In here, again, entering into the salon area, you can see we've pulled up the protection on the floor, and the floors will begin their final cleanup and varnishing. There's lots of detailing left to do. Of course, the cushions, which have been previously fitted, have been removed from the boat. The spot you saw there on the floor is actually will be planked, but it's the escape hatch from the midship cabin. The wall covering's all in, and the boat's getting very, very close to being complete. We're just now really down to the detailing and touch up and the final phase of the production of the boat. Going into the owner's cabin, you can see there's still some framing left to do on that port. The headboard, you're just seeing the Velcro on the paneling. There's a panel there which has a fabric headboard. And the TV overhead, the TV will drop down for viewing while you're in the bunk. You see the opening ports, a huge amount of storage space, the vinyl wall covering which really lightens up the interior of the boat. These bulkheads are all cord bulkheads, just like on the larger Nordhavns. Those doors are gasketed and the doors are cord. So these are not single plywood bulkheads. They're a cord arrangement which reduces the noise level and actually tends to lighten up and strengthen those bulkheads. This is going down from the salon. This is the guest head to port. You can see the main salon, and the majority of the area that's has wood covering. It's a plank with a micro groove, but on the actual steps we're using cherry planks with an ebony inset or a charcoal inset. And you can see here that's the location for the television. Again, those bulkheads are cord. Washer and dryer to the left there off the starboard side. The freezer there to the left. And then entering into the midship cabin, which has the double to port, single above, and then on the starboard side there's another single. This area has a huge amount of storage. Again, cross ventilation. You can see the louvers for the air conditioning above. It's going to be a great cabin for grandkids, children, or adults. I mean, you can sleep up to 4 people in that cabin. Again, coming back up, going forward and looking into the kind of the #1 stateroom, going back up into the salon area. The salon has just such an open, airy feel, and the visibility is just fantastic from anywhere you stand. Going down into the engine room, there's still some rails to be installed. There's exhaust blankets to be installed, but it's all, coming together. The stainless steel you see there is a tool bench over the port engine. The top is easily removable, but it really won't hinder the access to the engine. But if you do have to get to the top of the engine, to pull the valve covers off, you can remove that very easily. You see how open and airy it is, and even with the exhaust in place, you have plenty of room to get outboard of both engines. Just a huge, big kind of lazarette area with 2 access hatches. And it's coming along beautifully. So the next video that we will have will probably show the boat being sea trialed, and it'll be a more professional format. Doug Harlow will do it, but I just want to get an update to you for now. In another 10 days or 2 weeks, we'll have some really great video to show. Thanks.